Hi, this is Kevin with Poolstar, the Henderson Swimming Pool Cleaning Service Company, and this is a brief tutorial on the salt system of a swimming pool. This here is called the Salt Cell. There's various products on the market. This one is the T-Cell 1500, and basically these are plumbed into the plumbing of the swimming pool equipment, and they are always put on the return side of the pump, so that when the salt passes back through the cell here, it generates the chlorine and goes straight into the pool. So a salt system is basically, you will add salt to the pool and then it dissolves into the water, and then when it passes through the salt cell here, it will generate chlorine and go back into the pool. So in general, during the summer months when the salt system works at its best, you shouldn't need to put chlorine into the pool, as the salt will generate the chlorine for you. There's various benefits to this. Basically it can save you money on adding chlorine, but please keep in mind that it's not completely, it does need servicing. These salt cells generally get calcium buildup on the bands that are within it, so you'd have to take apart these unions on the end of it. Generally every 3 to 4 months, check it to see if it does need cleaning, and if it does, you would use a mixture of muriatic acid and water, generally about 3 parts to 1, and be very careful with cleaning the salt cells because they are pretty fragile and can be damaged. And then at the end of the salt cell you have these controllers, and basically this is where you can control the output of the chlorine that goes into the pool. These are basic switches. You can have it on or auto, which is where it's generating chlorine, and then superchlorinate. If you have it in that option, it will produce a high amount of chlorine for a period of time and then revert back. This is where you can turn the output higher or lower, and then there's various other buttons here, LEDs, that will indicate what needs to be done with the salt cell, whether there's any flow. It will give you an indication as to whether the salt cell needs to be inspected, whether it's generating, whether it's in superchlorinate mode. But in general, salt systems are pretty good. They're becoming more and more common. They do need maintaining. Then, as mentioned before, you can't just put them in and just leave them alone. And they don't generally work in colder months. If the pool water goes into the the cooler months of the summer season, but they work fine. But in the winter months, you have to add chlorine to the pool, and the water chemistry has to be just perfect for salt systems to work. The pH needs to be correct. You cannot have high cyanuric acid, otherwise it won't work. Too little, it won't work. So basically you've got to keep on top of your water chemistry for it to work optimally. If you have any questions, give us a call on 702-557-6625 or visit poolstar.net. Thank you.